Welcome to this edition of Maxam Foods Inside Track. Well, we're well into the winter months now. It was the shortest day of the year yesterday. We're lucky here in Queensland, winters are mild, although I lived in the UK for the first 40 years of my life, so I feel as though I've suffered enough and deserve a few mild winters. I'm going to give you a general dairy update. We are in the lowest production months of the year in Oceania over the next couple of months, so I just want to give you a sentiment of what's to come, probably coming up for the new season from here until December. So the big question from last Inside Track was China's demand and what would happen post-lockdown, whether they were holding significant stock levels of dairy products. Well, what we've seen is that China are back in the market, they are buying across all products and their demand remains healthy. So that's keeping the prices firm across the board. But what it does show is the impact that China can have, whether they're in or out of this market in Oceania. So with healthy demand levels across the board, we know that milk processors have now set their initial milk prices that they pay over to farmers for milk. Those are high because they're all competing for a stable or decreasing milk pool. And what that means is that the pricing of commodities is expected to remain firm for the foreseeable future. So how do we see things playing out over the next 3 to 6 months? Well, we're not hearing much of COVID these days, although we know that it's still around. There is an impact on the workforce, and there is a lack of labour generally for many businesses. That's impacting freight, it's impacting logistics, and we don't expect that to solve itself anytime soon. We also know that cost prices of dairy, as I said, are high. So the manufacturing cost of all dairy commodities is high and will remain high due to a lack of general milk supply. Also, there's no real product coming out of the US or the EU into this region to put pressure on pricing, downward pressure on pricing. So our thinking is that these prices are going to remain firm, definitely for the next 3 to 6 months, and our recommendation is that if prices work for your business, then I will be looking to secure supply between now and December at the very least. The big question is demand. At the moment it's healthy across the world, but with the inflationary pressures that are on all economies at the moment, and what the governments are doing about this, which is basically putting up interest rates, will mean that people have less money in their pockets. Will that put some downward pressure on demand? We'll have to keep monitoring that closely over the coming months. Thanks for listening to this week's edition of the Inside Track. I'm off to enjoy the sunny weather here in Queensland. So if you're in Queensland, have a great day. If you're anywhere else, layer up, and we'll see you next time.